Hey, Aquarius. Welcome back to Haunted Cerebral. This is going to be your August 2019 reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. So you can just check in your astro chart, and if you have any planets in those signs, this reading may have a message for you. As you can see, I'm not in my typical place, so I'm actually traveling at the moment. And I'm going to be using a different tarot deck. This is the David Palladini Tarot, Aquarian Tarot, so it's actually your deck. Um, and it's based off the AE Weight Tarot, so it's quite similar. Um, yeah, I've already premeditated on your energy as before, and I've shuffled your cards already, so we can jump right into it. Just a short disclaimer as normal. Whatever you see here, whatever you hear here, if it doesn't resonate with you, feel free to just leave it here. So, yeah, I'm just going to jump right in. So, your overall energy for this month, Aquarius, is the Five of Wands. So, yeah, there's certainly some changes in your projects at this moment, changes in how you're doing things. Maybe you're bringing some of the projects that you're working on out into a more social engagement. You're kind of bouncing ideas off of other people to see how those things engage with others. So, kind of moving away from working on things alone and deciding things alone, and trying to see if those things that you're working on could work in the field, kind of like could work in a social, interpersonal way. Now, this card also talks a bit about competition, maybe a bit of engagement with others. So yeah, this may kind of work out the theme of your reading this month, that like perhaps there is a certain degree of hashing ideas out and not really being clear yet, and things are going to change. So Aquarius, for the top of your reading, I have here the okay, sorry, just got distracted. The top of your reading here, Aquarius, I have the Ten of Swords, the Lover's card, and the King of Pentacles. So with the Lover's card, that's Gemini energy. I see you making choices. Could be choices between you and another person. It could be choices between you and yourself. It could be that you're trying to find balance between two parts of yourself and two aspects of what you want to do. One of them, with the Ten of Swords here, is that you want to complete a cycle of thinking. You want to complete some ideas that you've been working on, put those ideas to rest, essentially. But it could also be that if it is the Lover's card and you are dealing with other people, that if you have been in some kind of a relationship with somebody else, that maybe that you or that other person may have I don't know, done some things that may have set you to feeling like those things are a bit dead, or maybe you're just wanting to work towards something more practical. With the King of Pentacles here, you want to get more involved in your money game. And it could just be that with the Gemini, like I said, don't read too into like I'm not such a love reader person, but it could be that you know, these two aspects of yourself, the masculine or feminine, maybe at this time your masculine self needs to take a break, and your more receptive self, your more physical self, sensual self, it's time to like get working with that and to learn more about how your money and your body can work for you. So I think there's a lot of overarching themes from your last reading, especially in terms of how you can make your investments work for you. But I think that if this is a love reading at all for any of you Aquarius out there, it's that perhaps it's time to focus. Perhaps you've come to terms with some relationships of the past, and it's time to put those to rest, and and the ones that are working now for you are ones that are related more to your money and fair trade. And I'm just going to see what else. So the King of, just to reinforce that, the King of Pentacles is looking towards the Six of Pentacles. So really you want to be working towards things, you want to make the choices that work towards the things that are like even give and take, fair trade, and that can help you persevere financially. Now what's interesting is that underneath these cards and what's kind of informing them, we have here the Ace of Pentacles, the World card, and the Eight of Cups. So this could be a kind of a love reading for some of you Aquariuses. This could be something to do with a relationship you've been in that has not been working out. And that I see parts of you wanting to move on so with this the Eight of Cups here, it's like you're ready to move on from something that was emotionally unfulfilling, which could have been this relationship, which I think the reason why that it's complicating things for you is with the World card informing the Lovers. It's kind of like saying, okay, things have come to a completion there. You found balance within that aspect about what it is that's working and what it is that's not, and you're creating and trying to maintain some healthy boundaries between you and other people at this time. And it may be that maybe with the Five of Wands being the overall theme, it's like you're trying not to let the influences of others affect you too much. And kind of take you down a notch. Like maybe it may be that some things have been put to rest and some things didn't work out, but that has kind of planted the seeds for what you're kind of trying to invest in more, which is maybe focusing more on your money, focusing more on your career, trying to get your financial and home situation figured out, and being really fair with that, and being really making sure that the deals and trades that you're involved in are more are going to help you, and that you can feel like are fair. Now, what I think the guy in the Eight of Cups is going towards is the Page of Cups. So definitely trying to take new directions, trying to see to bring a new perspective on what it is that you are doing creatively and what it is that you feel about the situation. It could be that you're looking to move away from something that wasn't really emotionally fulfilling and try and find that last 10th cup, which may have that the kind of whimsicalness that you were looking for that really wasn't really available to you, that you had to kind of continue to kind of distance yourself from some things, like put yourself apart from others in the world in order to maintain what you felt was like a healthy physical environment. And it may also be that you're just looking to embrace a bit more your youthful spirit, and I would say that maybe it doesn't. Maybe you're actually moving away from working with others. Maybe this is just suggesting that you've been trying to share your ideas with others, share your moods with others, but it just hasn't been working out the way that you've been expecting. But it has planted the seeds for what you have come to realize is most important to you, which is that financial stability, that financial ability to persevere through different changes and challenges. Right? Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Cool. So actually, at the bottom of your reading, Aquarius, we have here the Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. So how I see these trends working out is like by allowing those things, those ideas, and perhaps communications and meanings that you were challenging yourself with, and maybe trying to share with another or others. you're letting those things get to rest, and through that, like I said, that's kind of planted the seed for what is becoming important for you this month, and that's gonna bring about some changes for you financially and physically. Again, there's a lot of themes that are overarching from the last reading, so if you are wanting to see more of the narrative going on, I would recommend watching that over again. So you're going to be experiencing some changes financially. It may feel a bit like things are not accumulating as quickly as you'd like, or you're just going to have to kind of go through those changes, go through the motions, go a bit out in the cold, feel a bit of the poverty in order to relate to your money in a more healthy way. And I think with the Queen of Pentacles here, it's reinforcing what's going on up here with the King and the Six. It's just saying, like, be practical, play the game in a practical way, use your money efficiently, get in touch with your body, get in touch with nature a bit more. Be frugal with how you spend. Don't lend any money out at this time, and try to look and examine the situation that you'll be kind of developing over the course of this month, and as things change for you financially, and how that's going to influence you and give you a deeper understanding of your relationship to things physically. But I see, on the positive note, emotionally, you're going to be in a point of attainment, and you're going to be getting a bit of a wish fulfillment at the end of all this. And I think really what that comes down to is you're going to be attaining what it is that you've wanted emotionally. Maybe it could be love, it could be, but with it's just an ace, I think it's more like maybe you attain that material success in an emotional way. So what I mean is, like, maybe you learn how things work here, and through that you gain a better emotional understanding, and attain that kind of you'll attain what you want, I think, which is the Ace of Cups. Maybe also, like with the Ace of Pentacles here, you want to plant that seed for bringing yourself out into a more financially successful place, maybe from just doing the things you love. But I think with relating with others, it's like, okay, once you've kind of figured that out, you might have to work with others to move through this period of financial change, but once you figure that out, you will be back in a place of like joy and feeling like you've got the things that you need to feel like an accomplished person again. And I think that you may find yourself willing to share that joy with others, or be just willing to be open to emotional beginnings. Maybe even open to love, open to creative endeavors. I think, like, for you, you need to be in a place where you feel like things are just working more practically, and just move away from these things that aren't really working for you. Try and build up those boundaries for yourself. Maybe get out into nature. I think there's a lot of like suggesting of that in this reading, that you need to like get out to somewhere where you can find some inspiration and some of the magic of nature and creativity, and find a spiritual connection for yourself and attain that. And you will. I just think that you have to do a little bit of the work and be willing to move on from the things that aren't working, the things that need to be put to rest. Cool, Aquarius. I think to me, it's a pretty straightforward reading. At the bottom of your deck, you got the High Priestess here. So I think this is an inner development that you will gain through observing how things have and have not worked with others. And I think that you'll find that at the end of this month, that you'll have a better relationship with your financial and your investment situations. You'll be able to think of things more practically, have a deeper understanding of that, and then once you've kind of gotten that deeper understanding will be reinforced by attaining of an emotional joy, which I think is a lot to do with acceptance of yourself. Okay, Aquarius. Cool reading. I'm really happy for you guys. A lot of the themes from this reading seem to be drawn over from the last one. So if you haven't been really working on those things, I would really encourage you to start to really focus on things more practically and kind of try and get out of being in the air. What this is suggesting is it's time to like think more of things in a practical and tactile level, and that will help you to attain the things that you want, like to feel the joy. Okay, Aquarius, I hope this helped you in some way. If it has, please hit the like button, drop us a comment, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to book a personal reading, please hit my email down below or go to the website. You can also drop a comment or follow us on Instagram, where we'll be doing the other half of Haunted Cerebral does astrological transits, and she looks really into kind of the context and the geography, like giving you a bird's eye view, an Aquarius eye view on how these things are playing out for you. Okay, Aquarius, I wish you guys the best. I hope you're having a nice summer. Enjoy yourselves. Get back on top and try to get through the changes and know that if things aren't working out, that you can put them to rest and start focusing on yourself. And I think that you'll find that that will bring you joy. But you may need to work with somebody else. Maybe that you have to form better relationships with those around you, which I think has a lot to do with being able to give and take equally. Not like being able to be honest about that with yourself too. Okay, Aquarius, wish you guys the best. Keep coming back. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.